Hey everybody, welcome back to more Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards for the Nintendo 64. I'm the only patron for. Last time we left off, we were about to beat this game, I think. So this is the last section before the final boss, so let's get going. Let's see what this thing is all about. The thing with Kirby games is that sometimes the final boss just comes out of nowhere. You know, like Mark's, how he had this epic transformation at the end of Superstar Saga, at least for Milky Way Wishes. Thank you for that, M Tomato. I appreciate it. And then there was also the Nightmare from Nightmare in Dreamland. Let's not immediately die, thank you. And, well, I guess DDD's always around, but, you know, this boss also appears out of nowhere too. Here it is! How frightening! It's just some weird angel thing with wings and an eye. I remember back in the day when the internet was first a thing, you know, back in the Angel Fire GeoCities days. If you remember that, shout out to you, you're about as old as me, if not older. Anyways, this thing caused quite a bit of stir on the internet back in the day, just because, you know, this thing's a nice, weird-looking boss. It's in a friendly game of Kirby, and it has this weird thorn sticking out from the bottom that's its weakness for some reason. And when you hit its eye, there's blood that comes out, and everyone's like, oh my god, such a weird thing in an innocent child Kirby game, oh my gosh. I personally don't like this boss very much, just because while we do have Kirby games that do the shmup style, like the Nova section in Superstar Saga and Milky Way Wishes, this one isn't done very well just because the perspective is really bad. It doesn't help that Kirby and Ribbon take up like a quarter of the screen and you can't really see anything until like the last second because you're too focused on trying to aim for the eye or aim for the thorn thing at the bottom. And then there's green crap coming at you, and you can't see that either. And it's just kind of weird, I don't know. Not really a big fan of this boss. I think this thing is called Zero something. I forget, honestly. I'd have to check the instruction book to find out what this thing is called. I forget. It's just really weird. Not a big fan, personally, but some people really like it. Some people may not. I prefer Mark's Soul just because of how amazing that is. I think Mark's Soul is actually a bonus to Mark's and Superstar Saga. I also like the Nightmare 2 from Nightmare in Dreamland. Maybe I'll do that game one day. And the Squeak Squad game. Oh, that game is great. I'd love to do that game one day. That's one of my favorites. Still have to play Planet Robobo. That's one of the ones I haven't played quite yet. I need to get on that. The 3DS Kirby is amazing too, and so is the Wii one as well. Kirby Adventure, I think it's called? I can't remember. Not Epic Yarn, but the one after that was really, really good. Anyways, there goes that boss. Not a bad boss, but mediocre. Weird thing is, too, is that a lot of Kirby bosses seem to have, like, a second form. Like, the true form, where you actually get to fight him with powers and stuff. That's another thing I don't like about that boss. You don't get to fight it with any power other than whatever the shard plus ribbon was, I guess. Celebratory scene. So you know how those shards were so important that we had to go collect them all? They'll just use them as medals, it's fine. And a little bit of Kirby affection right there. Oh, so cute. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, reasons I don't like that boss too terribly much. No second form, it's kind of like this big build-up, there's not a whole lot to it. Don't even get to use powers, even though this game was all about combining powers. That was kind of the main concept of this game, and yet it just kind of was like, meh, whatever, near the end of it. So that was Kirby 64. Not a bad game. I personally quite like it, even though I can see why people might not. Sometimes combining the powers together to create something in order to get a crystal shard is always kind of a bit of a pain, just to have that little bit of extra work put into it. It doesn't help, too, that sometimes the powers aren't readily available, and it's up to you to remember how to get those things. I don't remember that green thing at all, by the way. Anyways, so yeah, getting all those powers together and trying to get all the shards can be a little bit annoying. You know, going back and forth, back and forth. The best thing about it, though, is that you can easily just grab your power and leave the stage without having to beat it. That's really nice. Still not a bad game. I highly recommend checking it out, at least, you know, once. It's a decent 64 game. It's short, it's sweet, it does something different to the series. I like it. The music is not bad too. I mean, that factory music was really, really good. It goes from really good to kind of with the music. At the one stage that was playing the weird ice music when we were not anywhere near ice. It's kind of odd. As you can see, the art at the end here is pretty neat. I like it. It's like this little watercolor look to it. There he is. There's the final boss. Bit creepy looking. But that's the end of that game. There's something very, very important that I haven't shown you yet. At all, and it's important for my nostalgia. Anyways. Plus we can also see, hey look, if we go to our file, 100% completion. Yeah. So first things first is that things need to be done. I need to find out where a certain power is. Power number 1 has to be readily available. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you can also see all the shards in every area completed as well. Can't remember if there's like a... I thought there was a bonus ending or something for getting all those things. Maybe not, I guess. I don't know. And then there's this. Oh, that's nothing, I guess. We can't check out the shard in that one, because that's just the final boss. Now, the most important thing for my nostalgia that I was unable to show off is the combination of ice and cutter is what I was going to be doing. I'm not going to show off all the powers, because that's just kind of ridiculous, and no thank you. Plus, with my attention span of 5 seconds, I'm not going to remember the things I did. So, yeah, I'm not going to show off every single power combination. The most important one to me, though, is the one that I remember the fondest, and I never got to use at all. And now you get to see the behind-the-scenes process of when I went and go grab the powers. Sometimes it's a bit annoying, you know, like I said. Here it is. Ice and cutter equals ice skates. Oops. It's awesome, look. You can do its awesome spin jump. It's amazing. This is the power that I remember the most. I don't know why this one stuck out to me. I just kind of thought it was cool, I guess. Like, oh man, ice skating Kirby! I remember this! It's so fun! Plus also stopping into enemies also kills them too, so this is a really, really good power. The only thing is you can't really stop moving and then use it in a single place. I guess you can just stop and kill them, but you know, it's the power I remember the most. Anyways, I wanted to show that off. Thank you for watching this walkthrough. I'll be back with something different. See ya!